Holy f***. Tesla is now worth more than many of its competitors combined, including General Motors, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, Volkswagen, Honda, and BMW. That's combined, people. As of this recording, and provided that Tesla's stock remains above $17.50 a share, Elon Musk is the fifth richest person in the world, surpassing billionaires such as Warren Buffett and staring down tech giants such as Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos. But will Elon's wealth stay here for long, and is it too late to get in Tesla stock? In this video, I'm going to give you both the arguments of the bullish and bearish sides and give you my opinion. And then I want to hear from you on this as well. So be sure to leave me some comments on this below as well, because good Lord, people. Wow. Tesla is now worth more than many of its competitors combined, including General Motors, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, Volkswagen, Honda, and BMW. That's combined, people. Holy f***. As of this recording, its market cap is sitting at $325.8 billion and rising. $1 billion! It's absolutely insane. Or is it? There has been a perfect storm of events that have happened to cause the stock to rise since the first of the month, and there are even more catalysts on the horizon. First off, there's the potential for Tesla to finally leave the Nasdaq after 10 years and join the S&P 500. Tesla is expected to announce 4 straight quarters of profit on July 22nd, which they would need in order to get to the S&P, which in my opinion, there's little doubt that they can and will pull this off. Tesla has sold about 90,650 vehicles in the second quarter, handily beating Wall Street expectations of about 72,000 vehicles during the last 3 months. And an even broader set of analyst estimates compiled by Bloomberg set higher expectations of 83,000, and Elon still blew them away as well, because of course he did. Elon has been the most vocal about opening up Tesla's main plant in Fremont when it was shut down, and the Shanghai factory was only closed for about a week. Elon just wills shit to happen, and I really don't know how he does it. But this isn't the only thing Tesla has going for it. Uplisting to the S&P 500 on 90,000 vehicles, those are rookie numbers.
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
The next reason we're seeing Tesla move like this is because of their announcement of Battery Day and the anticipation of what it may reveal. If you recall, the original Battery Day was supposed to be on 4/20 of this year, but had to be postponed because of the issues surrounding around the Rona. Now, the new date has been scheduled for September 22nd, and according to Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives, Tesla could announce a number of new potential game-changing battery developments at the event. He was quoted as saying that technology innovations around Fremont remain the key ingredients in Tesla's success on the battery front, and we believe the company is getting closer to announcing the million-mile battery. And if that wasn't enough to get Tesla going, it's this. Tesla could be finally starting to break into the Indian market, which could be an even bigger deal than when it opened up its Shanghai factory. Financial firm Roth Capital stated the company is well down the path of preparing to enter the Indian market, where they see China-like potential. Roth analyst Craig Irwin upgraded his rating on Tesla to the equivalent of a hold from a sell, and was quoted as saying, "We expect tangible evidence by the end of 2020, with sales in India starting as soon as 2021. This is also coming off of an inquiry from a Twitter follower of Elon's asking about when he should expect a Model 3 in India. He simply asked, quote, "Dear at Elon Musk, when is the Tesla 3 expected in India? Booked it over 4 years ago." And then Elon replied saying, "Sorry, should hopefully be soon." Now, there are many people that are reading into this pretty heavily, but we still have no official word on if or when this will actually happen. But if it does, investors are going to go absolutely insane, and quite honestly, I will too. But does Tesla belong all the way up here at $325 billion? Well, before we answer that question, if you're getting value out of this video and want more of Own the Chaos, click the join button to become part of the Chaos crew. Get some sweet badges, a daily watch list exclusive to the crew, and get a weekly Q&A with me that's private to channel members. If that's something that interests you and you would like to help support this channel, I would love to see you there. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, that valuation is more than General Motors, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, Volkswagen, Honda, and BMW combined. And that's absolutely insane. Tesla sold its 1 millionth car in March, which is less than 10% of what Toyota sells annually. Earlier this year, even Tesla CEO Elon Musk said that he believed that the company's share price was too high. To be fair, it seems as if the entire EV industry is starting to become a bit overvalued, and to be clear, I think that these companies could certainly be worth their current valuations someday, but that day is not today, in my opinion. Based off of some of the concerns I raised over NIO's valuation last week, I'd say that investors are just a little bit obsessed with the EV market. Just look at the popularity changes on Robintrack, and you'll see the top 3 most bought stocks are EV stocks on Robinhood. That includes SPAQ, which is up over 100% in 2 days after they announced the acquisition of Fisker, and honestly, Fisker has hardly sold anything at this point. NIO, which has gone up over 500% over the last week, along with many others that are speculative at best. In this group of EVs, Tesla, in my opinion, has been the only one to really prove itself up to this point, but I'm not sure it's worth $325 billion yet. Although I do think that this is a huge land of opportunity as far as the EV market is concerned. This really reminds me of the dot-com bubble, if I'm completely honest. During the dot-com bubble, people would senselessly buy up stocks that had no product, no revenue, took on tons of debt in hopes of hitting it big on the chance that everything would work out exactly as planned. I can't imagine who that reminds me of. Investors would blindly follow these companies and were literally happy to pay a premium that was multiples above its fundamental evaluation. Many hyped up tech stocks that went apeshit during the dot-com bubble eventually crashed, underscoring the fact that a stock cannot just endlessly run on hype and eventually goes into correction to reflect its true fundamentals. Fundamentals aren't your jam? That's cool. Let's take a look at the fundamentals then and find out what happened to Tesla the last time this kind of run happened. All right, guys, so if we look at Tesla here on the daily chart and we go back to December 31st, Tesla was trading at $450 a share, and it had already run a ton by then. But in the month of January, it went from $455 all the way up to $964 a share. At this point, the RSI was absolutely screaming into the 90s. It was an absolutely crazy run. It was fun to watch. I played this, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not discounting this kind of run. But look what happened in the 2 days prior after this was just too much for the market. It went from the 960s and came all the way down 30% in just 2 trading days. We had a little bit of a dead cat bounce, and then the Rona happened, and we know what happened after that as well. Now we look at this, and it appears as if the same type of thing is happening. The RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is approaching that 90 level yet again, and this is absolutely screaming on the daily chart, folks. I'm not saying that the RSI is the end-all, be-all, but it is pretty telling to note that this is extremely overbought at this point. And so here's my opinion on this. I love Tesla, and I have been very vocal about how much I love this company, where it's headed, and I truly believe that Tesla will rival that of Amazon one day. But that day just isn't today. The EV craze is just too overhyped, and the premiums that people are paying on these right now throw all rationale out the window. Can Tesla hit $2,000 this month? I think it probably will, especially if we get the earnings numbers we're hoping for. But eventually, I could see a sharp correction in its future. And so if you feel like you missed the boat on this, I do believe you get another shot at it. I'm willing to bet that we don't see this below $1,000 again, however, but a correction to $1,400 or even $1,200 a share seems reasonable. It's just gone up too high, too fast, and really starting to have the characteristics of a penny stock, if I'm honest. And that's something that could truly be scary in the future. So in my opinion, Tesla's true worth will be at these levels one day. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so let me know in the comments. And if you happen to miss this past Stock Watch Sunday with my special guest, click this video here. Or if you happen to miss out on my favorite remote stocks that are still worth a buy now, click this one here. And as always, folks, I will see you all before the bell, and B. Smith is out.